Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be breaking down the AMC chart here. It's the end of the week, October 8th. Today was Max Payne Day, as I discussed in my video yesterday. It's funny, every Friday, you know, you might have some movement in a stock, but you always somehow end up back at Max Payne, which this week was $37. Market makers win again. No surprise. So, basically, if you're not familiar with the content, not familiar with the channel, what we've been talking about here is this potential Wyckoff accumulation, or these potential Wyckoff accumulation schematics that have been playing out on the AMC chart. And I have two main theories that I'm kind of working off of. So there are two schematics, and I'll just bring those up briefly. You have the schematic 1 and the schematic 2 for accumulation. Just take a look at these quickly. Don't worry about the chart too much just yet. Nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just looking at charts and giving my take on them. It's for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, so you can see here the way that these charts are set up. You basically have the schematic 2 on the left, which has the LPS in phase C, which is the one that you see charted on the AMC chart as of right now. This concept, and I know it's not too clear, but I'll clear it up for you in a little bit. And then you have the schematic 1, which is on the right side, and in phase C you see that spring and test, which is a big drive down in price right before you start to move into phase D and start to see that stronger price action. And basically what these schematics are meant to represent are they were developed by Richard Wyckoff nearly 100 years ago now, or if not 100 years already. And it's a study on how institutions accumulate and distribute assets. I know that a lot of you guys are returning to the channel, so you're probably familiar with this concept, but I just want to show for anybody who's not, because we always have a lot of new viewers on the channel too, so I want to make sure that they all are a part of the party. But basically, you have, from a fundamental standpoint, you got institutions, big money, distributing at the top, basically getting max profit for selling, and in the process exhausting retail by creating sell-offs and then freaking everybody out and then buying the bottoms, making everybody excited and then selling off again, and back and forth, back and forth. And then you have your accumulation schematics where they do it the same thing, but instead of trying to end game with less of the asset and more money, they try to end the game with more asset and less money so that they can get the next ride up. So generally, these Wyckoff schematics will play out in this manner. We have, your distribution followed by accumulation and so on and so forth. Normally, these, what you're going to see these on are stocks or assets that have strong retail narratives. So they believe that if they push the price up aggressively, retail is going to buy in and get really excited. And on the bottom, if they drive the price down, retail will still be there to support at least some retail, right? And we know that that's true with AMC. It has that strong ape narrative, the ape community surrounding it, et cetera, et cetera. So, next week, from my analysis, the way that I've been breaking these down, is a very, very important week as far as like where we're going to go, what our timeline is for a really big major move for AMC, and what that looks like. So this yellow line, the bars pattern that you see here on the right, which is basically a price projection, was actually just a copied version of this move here in June from this bottom here in May. So May 6th, around when the price was around $9. Basically what I did was I just copied this move up and brought it over here. And this is kind of tying Wyckoff in with cycle theory. And then I have this alternative theory, which my friend Mocha on Twitter, at my friend Mocha, my_friend_Mocha, go check him out. He's been pushing a cycle theory, or at least has been talking about a cycle theory that actually pushes us out and has us peaking in maybe December or later, late November. And that's because he believes that we actually are near the beginning of April in his schematic. And when I combine these, like his idea with Wyckoff, that's how I came to the conclusion that If it is his case, then we're closer to schematic 1 right now, moving into phase C, where we're going to see this big move down, maybe below $30, before we then see a test and then go into the further part of the schematic. Just to illustrate that a little bit better, some of this stuff, it moves with like if you change the time frame or something, it changes where this stuff is. But LPS, back up LPS, sign of strength. And again, this is copied from like the beginning of April, that sort of move. And that would push out basically the projection. It basically, in my opinion, on a bullish side, and we can talk about bearish sides too, but from a bullish perspective, we're about 2 months away from a big move to the upside for AMC. If you follow this schematic and his belief, sorry about that if the schematic was in the way, and his belief, and then if you follow this schematic with the LPS and we've already gotten through phase C, then you're looking for that really big upside towards the end of October. So those are the two conflicting narratives that I've kind of been following. And I mean, to me, I'm personally bullish on the stock, so I don't really cover the bearish side of things too frequently. But if you were to take, I mean, from a Wyckoff perspective, I can't really see this chart being like bearish, like overall. This to me is very clearly Wyckoff accumulation. It doesn't look like distribution to me at all. But if you wanted to make a bearish case, I suppose you could do Elliott wave. You could say that perhaps you had like a wave 1 here, followed by a wave 3, 4, and then you're gonna have like an extended 5 down into like the lower 20s or something like that would be your narrative. Perhaps you would, or maybe you could say that it's an ABC correction, which also has a 5-wave tendency, but A, B, C, and we just haven't completed it yet. I just kind of feel like on a longer term bearish side for AMC, there's not really a as strong of a case to be made, in my opinion. If you draw like a Fibonacci retracement, AMC has actually been relatively bullish compared to the previous move, like after the January run. And I say that because after the January run, we actually went through our 786 retracement zone, and then we came back up and did the 618 and 65 as support. We haven't seen that 786 retracement for the larger move yet for AMC on this particular run. But yeah, so that's basically where I stand with it. I know this is the end of the week video, so I'm going to have some time over the weekend to take a look at the chart and come up with some different concepts, other things that I might be looking for. But from an Elliott wave perspective, I do still see this. Really, I see this as an ABCDE Elliott triangle. So it would be like, oh, sorry, I did this wrong. Oops. I always do this with the Elliott triangle. I do it like backwards, but basically like this. E. So I see it going that way. And then this is actually your wave 1. And then this is the bottom of wave 2, and then you're going to see wave 3, 4, 5. That's my tendency if I'm looking at it from Elliott wave and I'm ignoring all the Wyckoff stuff. So it's funny, though, but, you know, where'd that path go that I had for LPS? Did I get rid of it? Oh, no. I guess I can show you guys how I come up with that. The bars pattern. Let's see. So from here to here. And then this is going to be a little bit rougher, you know, obviously, than it normally would have been. Let's see. Probably be something like this. Just for scaling purposes, you kind of have to scale it. But yeah, so it does kind of align, and theoretically, wave 3 can go as long as it needs to, and you know, it can get really vertical really fast with these sort of things. But yeah, this is basically how I'm seeing it, and as you can see, it kind of lines up. And just to show you like how Elliott wave works, like you could have this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can get very vertical like this on an impulse move up. So it's not like it has to look like the pretty whatever, like typical Elliott wave looking thing like you would see in an instructional. But yeah, so that's basically how I'm looking at it for AMC. So next week, I mean, really what you're looking for in summary is you're looking for, I know it sounds funny, but you're looking for weather pretty early on, you know? Pretty early on, you're going to be able to see, do we see this big move down? We get this spring, and then we get a test and then we move up. Or do you see this kind of immediately starting to move up? And then if you see it immediately starting to move up, I mean, obviously nothing is guaranteed. The past doesn't have to repeat itself. This pattern doesn't have to play out. But it's not financial advice. But I would start to become heavily convicted that we are going to see pretty explosive movements in the following weeks if we get this strong move up to open the week. So that's kind of my conviction. That's where I stand on it. Yeah, that's pretty much the video. So if you want to help support the channel, I did just become an affiliate with TradingView. You can see that at the top of the screen. I have an affiliate code in the description down below. If you sign up there, you can sign up for free. It's a really cool app. This is the app that I use. I'm using to do all these charts. I've always used TradingView like since 2017. I love it because you can, like, if you create an account with them, you can see your charts on mobile or computer, and you can just easily transfer between. It saves all your stuff if you hit the save button, etc., etc., so you don't have to redo your charts every time. So you can do that with a free account, and then they also have a subscription, which gives you higher end tools with TradingView, premium tools. And anytime you sign up with that affiliate code, it actually gives the channel a kickback, so it helps support this content, and me continuing to make content like this. Also, I have a Discord link down below, which is my community. You can come down there and hang out for completely free. We have a bunch of channels where we're chatting all day, every day. And you can follow me on Twitter at David Marino Jr. And other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Coming down the pipeline, I am going to be creating some content. I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a join button, like a membership for my YouTube channel. And it's going to give members access to videos sooner, and also you're going to get like an extra video a week, or maybe an extra 2 videos a week. I haven't really figured it out yet, that are going to be like about topics that aren't like the main thing for the channel. So for example, I just made a video about how I was looking at CEI, the stock CEI. So and I'm not going to post it just yet, but you're not familiar, CEI is this Camber Energy. It's a play that's basically been having this big move up and then move down. And basically, I'm just breaking down how I'm going over that play. So I haven't set up the membership thing yet, but I will be in the near future. So just be on the lookout for that. And again, just subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like the video, share the video, whatever. I got a bunch of videos on the channel. So yeah, other than that, I'm talking way too much. And have an excellent weekend. Stop thinking about AMC, at least for a few hours, you know? Let me do the thinking for that, you know? I'm just kidding. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. I know a lot of you guys now, like, you know, this late in the video, are my consistent viewers. I know I say a lot of things, like, over and over again, stuff like that, but hopefully you guys see it as educational and an opportunity for you guys to pick some stuff up along the way, some good tools. So I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. And have a good weekend with your family or your loved ones, your friends, whoever it is. And until next time, talk to you guys later.